2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1,000, 4,000, 5. Oh, hey everybody! I'm sorry. I was just I'm sorry. Welcome to the call tonight. The topic is the 4 levels of money. Man, I was here having a good time. I'm sorry, I got caught up in my own excitement here. Hey, listen, I want to thank you all for being on the call tonight. If you haven't, go to the website and click subscribe on the message and pop up, and then put your email in the box and click sign up if you haven't already. Listen, you might have 2 or 3 people you want to text real quick because we're getting this party started. We're doing a marathon this week, and today's topic, several of you gave us 16 different topics you want us to talk on differently. And today I'm going to talk about, today's going to take 4 levels of money. I'm going to be talking about that today. So each day this week, we're going to be talking about a different subject. So 4 levels of money. So right now I was in the midst of, let's talk about level number 1. Level number 1. Oh, matter of fact, here, I got a little board if you want to get an idea. There's 4 levels of money. There's survival money, everyday money, investment money, and FU money. And trust me, FU is not what you're thinking. FU means fun unlimited. Gotcha. Fun unlimited. So we're going to talk about the 4 levels of money. The first level of money is called survival money. Survival money. Survival money. Survival money. Survival money is people out when your city gets dark, they're out there doing whatever they can to survive. Okay, they're out in the streets, they're doing the wrong things, they're trying to survive, you know, doing drugs, selling drugs, robbery, home invasions, guns, and they do whatever they have to do to survive. So I know good and well that all of you on this call is not part of survival money, because you wouldn't be on if you were. The second level of money is everyday money. Everyday money. What does that look like, Mr. Thomas? The money you have in your pocket, the money you have to pay your bills month after month after month. I call it paycheck money, paycheck to paycheck money, okay? Just enough to get you by. And most jobs, I'm not here to down jobs, we got to do, but they pay us just enough for us to stop, and we do just enough to stop them from quitting. So I understand that. That's, you know, that's every day. That's above survival money. It's always good. And there's people out there that are doing what I call robbing Peter, you heard the expression, to pay Paul. So they're grabbing from one end, paying the other end, and they're barely getting by. And they're looking, some of them look good, smell good, but man, they're broke, okay? They're trying to impress people who they don't care, who don't care anything about them, with things that they can't afford, with people who don't even care. Ain't that crazy? So that's everyday money. Now, I want to start talking about level 3 money, is where you guys are at tonight. And level 3 money is called investment money. Investment money. Investment money, you have money to invest. What do you mean, Mr. Thomas? Money to invest in different projects. For example, in the real estate, you got investment money. To have a home-based business, extra money left over for your network marketing business or insurance business or traditional businesses. So that's how money is made, through other investments. You know, I talked about early this week how I bought a hotel with no money out of my pocket with my credit card. Go back and watch that video. And I also talked about, you know, how I did that and how I own a bank. And I also talked about, well, you know, think about it, investment money. At one point, I had 54 properties and the hotel, all using OPM, which is what other people's money. If you have investment money, a lot of people go into the stock market. Some people go into gold. Some people go into silver. Some of us go into crypto. I just got turned on to crypto, and I finally jumped in November. And within 3 weeks, November the 3rd to be exact, within 3 weeks, I 5x my money. But then again, I've studied it, but now I'm getting better with it. So here again, people that have investment money, like you folks here, are looking how you can invest your money, work less, and have your money go to work for you. That's what's important, okay? So I always say 95% of the people, unfortunately, they go from 9 to 5 to make their money, and their money goes on vacation, okay? Successful people, at the 4th level, we go on vacation where our money go to work. So in other words, from 9 to 5, you work to pay the bills. You get wealthy after 5 o'clock. Anybody got wealthy between 5 p.m. and 9 p.m. Let me say it again. Everybody that got wealthy unequivocally from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Those that were at 8 or 9 o'clock a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m., I don't know anybody that got wealthy on a job. So what am I saying? You get wealthy at home, in your spare time. Apple Computer was started where? In a garage. IBM was started in a garage also in Menlo Park. So if you look around, most of these businesses, Bill Gates bought Microsoft. From a, here again, it goes back to you get wealthy after 5 at home, So I mean, you got home-based business out there. If you stick with it, you can become wealthy and well off, or more than just investment. Okay, you can be in the FU money. Okay, but here's where it starts. Now, tonight I'm going to talk about the level 4 money, fun unlimited, and this kind of money is just fun. What do you mean FU? Fun means fun. FU money means fun unlimited. Fun unlimited. What does that mean? That means you could take a vacation with a one-way ticket and don't know when you're going to return. With the FU money, you can own other properties in other countries. What would you do if you could own another one property outside this country, or 2 properties or 3 properties? Wink, wink. What about owning 3 homes? When you go shopping, you buy 3 of everything. And a lady looks at the counter and says, "Sir, you got 3 the same search, same size?" And yeah, I got 3 homes to live between. Zoom. Because if you go work your business and invest your money right in step 3, you'll be able to jump into step 4. That means shopping, ladies, listen up, without looking at the price tags. Wow. That's what FU money is about. Leaving the country when you want to leave the country. That means traveling unlimited, unlimited, unlimited. There's a key to being unlimited. So that's why I call it FU money, fun unlimited. I got to the point when one of my first things was I bought me a little 414 back in the day when I was working my first network marketing company. And there I am there taking a limo out with a couple of my guys. It was 6 of us, me 7, 3 couples and myself. I taken a Reno from Sacramento overnight. We flew on the plane that afternoon. We went to a nice show, had a nice dinner on me because they popped some, won some, I should say I did a contest they wanted. I mean, I used to have my Mercedes, a couple of them, and here they are. I used to let people drive my Mercedes around town. I had 2 SLs and a 4-door, and I would never drive them. I let my team drive them. Those that accomplished things, I'd set up a contest. Those that won, I got to drive my car around. Look, folks, it was not for me. It's for my organization as I was building my business. So when you get to that point, you can have the better things that we all want. But your key is you got to stick in there. And I went from there to this. Yeah. All with FU money, fun unlimited. And now we're looking, but the key is, where do you see yourself? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. To get to level 4, you gotta go to work. You gotta work hard. You gotta work hard. You gotta work hard and build something. Remember, assets feed you, liabilities eat you. So let's go back through them real quick because I don't want to belabor, because like I say, this is a short call today, but I want people to understand money loves speed. Let me say it again. Money loves speed. Let me say it again. Money loves speed. I'm going to say this. Your energy is a currency. My energy and your energy is a currency. And your time is not a charity. Do not let people waste your time. If it's not profitable, don't do it. And let me tell you something. The less oxygen you give your drama, watch this, the faster you suffocate those negativities. Don't give it an ounce of oxygen, because level 4 money is a great place to be. Level 4 money is amazing. And everybody on this call, no matter what part of the world you're in, you can be a part of that. Miss Jackie Black up in Connecticut, thank you. Mr. Freddie, thank you. Mr. Sherman, we thank Mr. Rick Kubeck over there in Hawaii. We thank Miss Lynch. Also, I'd like to thank everybody on the call tonight. I'd like to thank Curtis Evans and Miss Evans, Miss Estrada, thank you so much. And the lady up in Oregon, New Orleans, good evening. The beautiful thing about this is everybody, we all have those different levels, but you want to stay in level 4. From 3 to 4 is where you want to stay. And right now, being a level 3, you can get the level 4. It's going to take some time, some commitment, and it's not going to happen overnight. Nothing successful happen overnight. You can make it here and it's going to go flat down, but you have to build it. build it and stay focused. As I look back, people always talk about how lucky I am. They don't see the first 3 or 4 years me struggling. And they don't see it after that. I kept going and I kept going. I kept going. And all of a sudden, the more I did it, the more lucky I became. And what does luck stand for? Laboring under correct knowledge. There you go. Laboring under correct knowledge. I got around some successful people, the 3 billionaires that trained me, and I listened to what they had to offer. And one of them took me up on his private jet, and he said, I think you're worth my time. And now who do you think I'm going to listen to? Now, I love my parents. I love people, but then again, they didn't have the life that I wanted. So I saw him, and he took me up in his jet and gave me back. He says, now, I think you're worth it. And he gave me a notepad and a journal. He says, now, son, always have a journal and always, listen to me, always take note. Successful people take notes. They go back 5, 10, 20 years, and they can gain the knowledge that they got because you can only remember so much. And he gave me a notepad and journal. I said, what's the key? He said, write this down, son. I said, yes, sir. I got my journal open, got my pen out. He says, successful people and wealthy people have leverage. He says, you understand what leverage is? He says, let me break it down. Leverage is something you do one time and get paid over and over again. He says, let me give you how FU money works. Leverage. He says, think about your favorite music artist or band. How many times they cut the song? Boop, one time. That's right. He says, anytime that song plays anywhere in the world, that artist get paid a royalty for decades, days, months, years, decades later, they're still getting paid. He says, that's where you want to be. Find something where you got residual income. Some you do one time and consistently getting paid. He says, most people that get up 9 to 5, get up, and got to do it all over again to get paid. He says, son, that's what successful, wealthy people do. Number one, we have leverage. And I wrote that down, leverage. Got to find leverage. I said, what's the second key? He says the second key to wealth, unlimited FU money, is residual income is the first one. The second one is called leverage. I go, what do you mean leverage? He said, let me ask you a question. I said, yes, sir. He says, how many Starbucks in your city? One or zillions? I said, zillions up. He go, absolutely. He said, what if you got a quarter on every cup of coffee so that every Starbucks in your city alone? I went, oh my God, that's a lot of money. He goes, exactly. Wealthy people have more than one outlet. So the average person, if they don't get paid, they got to do it over and over again. He says, do something once, leverage. McDonald's does it. Burger King does it. CVS does it. Walgreens does it. He says, you're just one location. And 99% of the people, 95 people don't even seek out these 2 major powerful powerhouses of how they can be in the FU money for life. He says, once you find something that has leverage to it and residual income, he said, son, don't argue with broke people or people who are not successful. Don't argue with them. Let them be right. You be wealthy. And I'm going to tell you, when he said that, I looked for something that I can get involved with. And that's when I found my first network marketing company and did very well. And then went to another one very well. And I took the proceeds and I invested them in assets that made me money. So folks, that's how you stay in FU money. But you've got to have leverage and you need residual income to work in your favor to stay up there. And I'm here to tell you. So let's go over it again. Number one, it's called survival money. Nope. Number 2 is everyday money. And some of you are just into number 3 status of money. It's called investment money. But the ultimate level of the 4 levels of money, because money does have levels and money does love speed. Money, the 4th level is called FU money. We can walk around with, let's just say, walk around pocket money. I'm going to end it on a story. I don't know if you guys remember Red Skelton. Some of you old enough to remember Red Skelton. Well, he grew up in the Depression. And he started painting art. And he painted art pieces. And he would sell them for 10, 20, 30 grand. And after the Depression, and being an actor as he was, and had his own program on TV, he would always carry $25,000 on his person and a nice pinky ring. He said, I did this because in case it ever happened again, I'd have money on me and I have something worth more money on me beside my money. And I said, wow, what a philosophy. So what am I saying? I'm not saying carry 25,000 with you around. I'm not saying that. I don't say you need to wear the pinky ring, but I'm saying he prepared his mind because he never wanted to go through that again. And I hope this call inspired you to get from level 3 to level 4, where you can have your own if you choose to. I mean, I've got a gift here from my partner because we're going to be shopping. I told him maybe next year. But here again, are you in position? If not, get in position. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to spend a few minutes with you. Tomorrow I'll be back same time with a different subject you guys wanted me to talk on. Hope this bless you. Go back and watch it again and again. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button, do that. Leave a comment below. Please leave a comment. We thank you for tonight. We thank you for joining us, Miss Renata up in New York City. Good evening, young lady. We appreciate all you do out there. Miss Sherion, thank you so much. You guys are great. Mr. Rick Kubiak and the wife. Thank you, Miss Kathleen Williams in Sacramento. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I hope this bless you with the 4 levels of money. Tomorrow I'll be back with a different subject. Take care. God bless.